When you punch numbers into a pocket calculator, it gives you the right answer instantly. But we don't call a calculator smart. Yet when Netflix suggests the exact movie you want to watch on a Friday night, it feels like it's reading your mind. Why the difference? For decades, programming was like writing a strict recipe. An engineer wrote step-by-step commands. The machine just read instructions. If it encounters an unexpected variable, the instructions fail. If a single step is missing, the whole system comes to a grinding halt. Artificial intelligence takes a completely different approach. Instead of treating the computer like a blind recipe reader, AI treats it like a chef. You don't hand this chef a written recipe. Instead, you feed it 10,000 cookies. By breaking down ingredients over and over, the system recognizes patterns that make a cookie good. This ability to spot patterns and solve problems is artificial intelligence. There is no sci-fi magic happening here. It's a shift from writing every rule ourselves to building a machine that can learn the rules on its own. People have dreamed of creating artificial minds for centuries. Long before microchips, storytellers and inventors imagined mechanical beings brought to life by human hands. The modern pursuit began in the summer of 1956. At this building on the campus of Dartmouth College, a small group of scientists gathered for a workshop and officially named the field artificial intelligence. In the 1960s, early successes with basic robots and problem-solving programs created a wave of high hopes. Many researchers honestly believed that a machine with human-level intelligence was only a generation away, but they quickly realized they had underestimated the sheer complexity of the real world. During the 1970s and again in the 1990s, progress stalled. Early computers lacked the power to handle complex tasks, and funding dried up entirely in periods known as AI winters. It took until the 2010s for two crucial pieces to fall into place. First, the explosion of the internet created massive amounts of digital information. We finally had an endless supply of ingredients to feed our digital chef. Second, computer hardware caught up. Specialized chips, originally designed to render video games, called GPUs, turned out to be perfect for processing all that information at incredible speeds. We had built a kitchen large enough to handle the workload. This animation shows the software architecture that made it work, a neural network. It is modeled on the interconnected structure of the human brain. Instead of linear commands, layers of digital nodes connect and light up to reach a conclusion. The underlying math behind artificial intelligence didn't suddenly become brilliant in the 2010s. We just finally provided a kitchen large enough and with enough ingredients for the chef to actually get to work. To understand what these systems can actually do, it helps to sort them into categories. Almost everything we interact with today is narrow AI. Think of this as a highly specialized pastry chef. They bake a perfect cake, but if you ask them to roast a chicken, they won't know where to start. Within their specific area of expertise, narrow AI can achieve superhuman feats. By analyzing millions of past matches, a program mastered the complex strategy game of Go, defeating the human world champion. It was an astonishing mathematical accomplishment, but that same program couldn't tell you the weather or play a game of checkers. Recently, we've seen the rise of generative AI. By synthesizing billions of examples of human writing, art, and audio, this type of system can mix its ingredients together to generate completely new text, images, and music on demand. The ultimate goal for many researchers is artificial general intelligence, or AGI. Think of it as a master chef capable of learning any cognitive task. AGI would expand outward from one narrow specialty to master a wide grid of completely different skills. But we need to be clear, artificial general intelligence remains a hypothesis. We have not achieved it. Even when a modern chatbot feels remarkably human in conversation, it is still just a highly advanced narrow AI. It is strictly confined to finding patterns in the specific data it was trained on. These narrow sous chefs are already working for you every day. They are the systems recognizing the shape of your face to unlock your phone, translating menus when you travel abroad, and silently filtering the spam out of your email inbox. And while they are highly effective, there is no consciousness inside the machine. The software does not have feelings, and it has no true comprehension of the words it translates or the images it creates. Look at this diagram of a prediction engine. At its core, the system is just performing incredibly fast math. It looks at the starting information, branches into several possible paths, and selects the next piece of the puzzle based on which outcome has the highest probability of being correct. After 70 years of teaching computers how to learn, the focus has shifted to the specific information we feed them. The quality of the chef depends entirely on the quality of the ingredients. Artificial intelligence serves as a sophisticated mirror and a high-powered tool. It allows us to find meaning in global patterns that are simply too large and too complex for any one person to grasp on their own.